Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm still on the gun cleaning series. This is my buddy's Thompson Center. It's a side hammer, 50 cal muzzleloader, and it did belong to his father. And I'm not going to pull it apart to clean it because I consider it a non-function firearm. It's got no sights. The nipple's missing. There's a screw right here missing. And I'm sure it could be made safe to shoot, but I did check to make sure there wasn't no bullet or powder in it. But I'm just going to give it rub down, and then I've got another one here. It was his dad's, and I'm just going to try to address the little bit of rust issues and just like dirt, and try to bring back a little bit of the luster to the guns. Like you couldn't see the engravings right there, but once you give them a little bit of cleaning, you can. And see, it's got brass knobs. It's a nice little gun. I mean, it's got brass knobs and it's got quite a bit of brass on it. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe down the wood and kind of bring back some of the luster of it. This gun ain't dirty. It was just hung above the fireplace, and it was a gas fireplace. It's got a little bit of black on it from the, anytime you burn any kind of propane or anything, it expels some black soot. So that's basically what I'm trying to get off of it right now. If you look right here, there's a real dark spot, and that's where the heat come up against it, and that black stuff, and see how black that's getting already. I'm gonna bring it back here and try to massage some of this oil in there, bring out some of that sooty looking stuff. And kind of bring back some of the shine of the gun. There we go. Now see how shiny that can turn? There's still a dark spot there, but it did take care of a lot of that black, and it really brought that shine back to it. I'm just going to rub and clean everywhere I can get to, and then I'll address the barrel. Now this one even has those set triggers. It's got the two triggers, one where you set the trigger back here, and you hear this click, and then it goes into a higher trigger. You just touch it, man, and it's gone. Or you could shoot it without that, but see, it's got a lot of play in it. But if you set them triggers back, man, it gets down to don't breathe on it kind of trigger. This here is another family heirloom where it was my buddy's. I'm not going to say his name, but I've known him since high school. Before even high school, middle school. Me and him have been friends a long time, and I consider him my best friend. So when he asked me to do this, I was more than happy to do it. This barrel right here is loose, and I'm gonna see if I can't see what fits that and tighten it up before it falls off. That may be, if I'm not wrong, that's a Phillips. I mean a Allen head down in there. It is. Now he's got to find the right one. But like I said, as I find any issues, I will try to address them. That way the gun stays in, a little better shape than what I found it. Tomorrow when I come back, I'll bring my headlamp. And that way, if I need to look down in there, like I do now, I'll be able to. There we go. It's only finding the right one. I'm going to go ahead and this here's wiggling just a little bit if I can get to fall in that hole. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to rub everything down under the barrel here. And be sure to try to knock off any of the little surface rust that's got started on it. Which I don't care how hard you work. I mean, I clean my guns religiously. And I try my best to take care of them. Keep them oiled and everything. I don't care how hard you do it or how much you do it or nothing else. They will get a little rust on them. If nothing else, just from your hands. Okay, I'm going to find a brush to go down this barrel and put a little oil in it. There it is. Put this on there. I'm trying to keep these videos short where, it's not like a real deep cleaning or anything like that. I just want to give it, get these good enough that, they don't get pitted or rusted. Okay, now I'm just going to take a new piece of cloth and just go to rubbing down with this Lucas gun oil. I'll start up here. Oh. Give all this metal, see, it's still got a little rust on it. Now this wooden dowel or the ramrod, I'm even going to put a little oil on it just so it kind of protects it. And just try to get any black powder residue or anything like that off of it. There we go. Now, like I said, I did not take this apart to get into the springs and stuff. I just gave it a good outside cleaning to make sure everything was cleaned on it. But it looks really clean and shiny now. And I do believe he'll be satisfied with it. He may want me to, buy some stuff to fix it, and I would order it and fix it for him if he wanted me to. Now this one here was a shotgun that belonged to his father. Two, I don't see a name or nothing on it. But it's got this was the hammer. And this is where it's got a breakdown on top of it like this. And you got to get that back centered. Then this was actually the hammer to it. And you cock the hammer, pull the trigger, and it shot, which is non-functioning also. And there's a chunk missing out of it right here. But you might this little button right here to take this down. See, it's got a little button up here on the top. And that's what actually released it to let the barrel come off of it. And I do think I will break it down to that point. But it's a 12 gauge, but it does not have any, wait a minute. Let me wipe this off. I've seen that on other guns. I think so. Well, I don't honestly know. If anybody recognizes that symbol, you can't see it. Well, but it's got the hammer over here on the side and the breakdown on top, which I thought was really neat. But this gun's got a lot of age on it Let me see if there's anything in here that says what it is. It does have a serial number. I've never seen one work like that. It's got a little spring. It pulls this plate. Instead of, like on the normal ones where you unscrew it or you just pull it and it's got a spring here, it's got a spring here. It pushes the plate, makes the plate come forward. Then when you mash the button, it makes the plate go backward to release the barrel. Neat little thing there. Something I ain't seen. But like I said, I am not a gunsmith. I'm not no kind of gun expert. I just like to clean and mess around with guns, and I'm gonna put plenty of oil in this wood because I know it's old. When you find a gun that ain't got a name on it, it looks like it's got a Winchester emblem on the back of it, but I can't swear that's what it is. Now, I've wiped everything down on that one and cleaned it. I'm gonna take a little oil and rub it on this forearm. He was telling me about when they used to take these two guns. We used to have a dump. It was a landfill, and everybody go up there and shoot rats. Some people take 22, some people take shotguns, whatever you had. And he was talking about remembering going to the dump with his dad and taking his shotgun, and I reckon it had a pretty good lick to it. And then the muzzle loader, they would load it up and shoot mice with it. And he said his daddy would load it, and he's got a bolt missing right there too. It needs to be in it. But said daddy would load that muzzleloader up with like 150 grain and shoot it. And I reckon, man, it would just stomp you. But it was, now I know a lot of people these days don't understand. You had to prove you as a man. And, if your daddy stood there and shot that gun, you couldn't wuss out. And I didn't say that way. I said wuss with a W. You couldn't wimp out or whatever and not shoot it because, that'd show that your manhood was not in check. And, you literally watch every one of your buddies get the what kicked out of them. And when it come your turn, you stood up there and you took that lick like a man. And it didn't matter if you want to cry or what. You said, that didn't hurt. That didn't hurt. But, times were different. People were tougher. People today don't raise their kids like they should, or I don't feel like they should. I raised my kids to know and understand firearms. How do I get a bigger one? And firearm safety. And I taught them to respect them. And they do. There's not a lot of these old breakdown guns. That's got to be a 30-inch barrel. I'd like to know how many squirrels this thing's killed. Because I remember when we were growing up, he would take his squirrel hunting. And I'd say it killed a mini squirrel. You know, back in the day, you hunted with what you had. And as long as it didn't fly apart or try to kill you in the process, that was a good gun. That looks good and clean in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just piece this and put this, not piece it, put it back together. And that'll be it for those two. Remember, we wasn't going for a precision cleaning. We're just going for a little bit of protection on them. And that's what we give him. So I'm going to put all this mess back up. I got a gun clean kit in here, and I have put every Allen wrench from every scope. Then I bought an Allen set of Allen wrenches to put in there because there's always something I need an Allen wrench for. I put these little bits in there. It goes to this screwdriver. So if I need them, I had them. Get all this thrown away. But I know a lot of people's intimidated by like trying to clean a gun or something. If you have one and you have a question, I'll try my best to answer it or see if I can find one that's like yours and clean it or, try to do whatever you need done to yours. But that's two more clean. That's that Thompson Center side hammer muzzleloader, non-function. It's just a wall hanger and a family heirloom, and then a unbranded old 12-gauge shotgun. And if anybody knows what that gun might be, give me an idea there. Tell me what you think it'd be. It's got the hammer on the side instead on top like these new ones. It's got a hammer on the side that you mash down and hit with lock. Then you pull the trigger, it would fly, bam, and hit the primer. But it looks like to me it has like a woven wire barrel. And, it's still got the top breakdown. You just flip it to the side. And it looks to be a 30-inch barrel. But I've never seen one with that hammer like that on the side. See right here? This was the hammer. It doesn't work. It doesn't set. So it might. No, it don't. Man, have to go in there and fix that retention spring is what I'm thinking it is. This gun's got a lot of play in it. It needs a lot of TLC or just hung on the wall, for good memories. I must not rub this side here. Let me give this another little. That thing when you're cleaning guns, don't get in a hurry. Take your time. And if you hate cleaning guns, find somebody that likes to do it. You might be able to give them $5 or $10, and them give you old guns a rubbing down. I appreciate the fact that he's let me do this, because just because of the fact that I like these old guns, and like I'd never seen one like that with that forearm and stuff, and I've never seen one with that side hammer. I'm trying to get the paint off of it. It's got a little bit of paint here and there, splatters where they've obviously had it sitting there in the corner or something when they was painting. there's two more. I'm gonna take and put them in there, show them they're clean. But I don't know how much more memory I have or how much it'll hold. I may try to do another one with just a single gun and clean it thoroughly. But like and subscribe if you don't care. If you like the video, let me know. And if you know what idea what that gun would be, let me give me an idea. But y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other, and we'll see you on the next video.